What is going on? Hello, everybody. How are you? I am stopped for a few minutes, actually stopped for a while. The Cyberpunk 2.0 is out today, everybody. So if you're Cyberpunk and you're on current gen, they used to call it next gen, but current gen, your PS5 and whatever the wacky ass Xbox is called now, who knows, or PC, hey, the Cyberpunk 2.0 update is out. So I stopped, grabbed me a shower, and it's updated, baby. Hell yeah, flipped on my internet, and once I stopped for the day, we're ready to go. So hey, excited for that, right? Gave me a reason to get my filthy ass in the shower finally. I'm just kidding, but good to see you guys. I'm excited for that. Hey, you can't keep a gamer nerd from playing his games. Even this truck won't keep me away. So really excited for that. Really damn excited. So that's all I gotta say on that. Today I want to talk about an interesting topic, and that topic I want to talk about is I'm gonna tell you guys the secret. Oh yeah, my 10 years of superior knowledge of trucking, the blood, sweat, and tears I put into becoming the best trucker this world has ever seen, has all come to this day, where I teach you the secrets and pass on my obvious intelligence to the next generation of truckers, because trucker lifespan isn't that long. I'm probably on my way out, so it's probably about time I passed on this information to you guys. So what that is how to win an argument against any truck driver. Because if you guys have ever met a truck driver, truck drivers argue about everything. You ever been into a truck stop bar? I've been into quite a few, and I always end up leaving. I just end up not enjoying my drink at all and leaving because I cannot believe the conversations that we have. Truck drivers will argue over everything. Is it easier to back into your spot with your tandems forward or all the way back? Geez, that's one. How fast do you drive in California? Speed limit says 55, but I go 87 and no one's ever stopped me. And then another guy goes, oh, that's weird, I go 72 and no one's ever stopped me. Another guy goes, I go 62 and no one ever stopped me. And then they all argue about who's doing it the right way. You ever heard that argument? And the king, guys, the king of all of them, directions. How to get from point A to point B. Oh man, do people always have an argument to that, which is one of the silliest arguments in all of trucking. Well, I know how to get there. This one, check this one out, right? If you're going from Denver to Dallas, I got a little secret for you. You just get on that old 287 right outside of Lyman, take you right into Dallas. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that, right? His little secret path he's got, right? And a lot of people, they'll take I-25 down to I-40 all the way over to 35 and take that into Dallas, but not me. No, I know about 287. Don't tell no one. No one knows about it. No one knows about 287. Don't tell them, right? Obviously, you're going to take 287, but it's funny. It's cute, in a way, when a guy thinks he has a secret path to get wherever he wants to go. But then you do get the guy that argues with him, and goes, no, I always go down I-25 to I-40 to I-35 because there's less cops. This guy just say did this clown just say because there's less cops? Yeah, oh yeah, he did just say it. And they've always got some silly reason why they go halfway around the goddamn globe to get to where they're going, right? Anytime I'm going from Denver to Dallas, I like to make a stop in Minnesota, and eat some cheese. They're real big on cheese out there. And then I just head on south, doesn't add any extra time, and you get cheese out of the deal. And everybody's like the smartest person in the world when it comes to reading a map. As a matter of fact, I got yelled at that about that not too long ago. This guy trucks, do you even know what a map is? Do you know what a map is? Not only can I get you from Denver to Dallas to Atlanta to Chicago to Sacramento, wherever you need to go, baby, because I've been running these roads since you all been in diapers. Not only can I do that, I'm a gamer, baby. I could get you from White Orchard to Novigrad if you need to go. I know my way around Vice City. I know my way around Liberty City, and especially Los Santos. What are you talking about? I know the road from Valentine to Saint Denis. right? I can get you from the kingdom of Aden to the village of Gludio. So ask me one more time if I've ever seen a map. I've seen a lot of maps, baby. I've seen a lot of damn maps. What the fuck you doing asking me if I ever seen a damn map? Boy, who you think you're fucking with? And Night City, by the way. Night City. We're gonna play Cyberpunk later. How about it? How about it? So, anyways, as we all know, I got some more surprising information. Don't worry, I'm getting to my secret. Hang tight, hang tight. I've got some surprising information for you, though. This dang old trucking industry here does not always attract the best and the brightest, right? So when somebody gets into an argument they can't handle, you know, these are the guys that grew up that we didn't wear no damn bicycle helmet. We didn't wear seat belts. We grew up in houses with lead-based paint. Oh yeah, we ate the paint chips straight off the wall. We didn't have all these safety features in place, and nature just sorted itself out. And then they forget all the times they bumped their soft little noggins in their youth, and they stopped maturing past the age of 13, like emotionally, right? And they still act like children. So when a guy's got his back against the wall in an argument in trucking, here's what you do. Because it's you got your back against the wall, not me. I always got an argument, baby. I always got an argument. Here's what you do. You look that son of a bitch straight in his eye. Not face to face, that's really dangerous, right? But from 1,000 miles away on the internet, and you tell him, I'll see you on Fuel Island. And that's it. That's the end all, be all to every argument there is in trucking. If you're wrong, I'll see you on Fuel Island. If you're misinformed, I'll see you on Fuel Island. If you're right, which probably you're not, I'll see you on Fuel Island. Now, a lot of my non-trucker friends are saying, what the hell does this even mean? What the fuck is Fuel Island? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. To these guys, it's a fantasy land where a bunch of people go out and punch each other around until, I guess, their mind changes about the thing they were wrong about. Have you ever punched a guy so hard that all of a sudden the route between Denver and Dallas became shorter? Like literally, the distance changed because you hit him so hard, and now all of a sudden it's shorter to go I-25 to I-40 to I-35 because you hit him with so much force that the planet shrank in certain areas, making that the shorter route. No, it turns out that punching people because you're a spoiled brat that doesn't get your way every time you engage in an argument doesn't actually solve anything. Huh, imagine that. That's fucking crazy, right? That's fucking crazy. But yes, it's this magical, mythical place where a bunch of obviously very in shape, like just they've been hitting the gym, right? These obviously very in shape, not middle-aged like me, and not overweight, and not out of breath, and not diabetic, you know, struggling to breathe and they're shaking from the diabetes. Then not those guys, because only the fittest of the fit take up careers in driving trucks. You know what it takes to grab onto this wheel and muscle this goddamn truck down the road? 80,000 pounds every day. And I just use 2 arms to move it down the fucking road. You know how goddamn strong I am? Tell you what, you don't want to find out. You don't want to find out. That'd be a bad day for you, right? So obviously this mythical place where all the super fit truckers go out and we brawl and we punch people until minds are changed, right? Hell yeah. It's better to drive with or back in with your tandem slid all the way to the back. My route's shorter. You can go 72 in California, right? And minds get changed on Fuel Island, right? That's how you solve problems, right? Yeah. But what Fuel Island actually is, it's just where you put fuel in the truck. That's it. You can get deaf too, though, if you want. You can. Sometimes they got air hoses. You can air up your tires. That's pretty cool. You can wash your windshield. That's pretty fucking dope. But that's it. That's all that happens. The brawls on Fuel Island are completely made up. It's not really fucking happening at all. Nobody's fighting anybody on Fuel Island. But I think it's just so stupid. So fucking cheesy. Like, what if maybe you got into an argument and you were misinformed about something and you didn't understand something, and you went, ah shit, turns out I was wrong about that. guess I don't have to punch anyone today, huh? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? But since we work in an industry full of egomaniacs that are mentally 13 years old and have no grasp whatsoever in like conflict resolution outside of punching stuff, that's kind of the reactions we have to deal with anytime you attempt to have a conversation with someone. Well, we come see you on Fuel Island. Like I said, best done from the safety of 1,000 miles away on the internet, like a modern day keyboard warrior would do, right? I remember being 13 also, years ago, long fucking time ago, right? And yeah, we had internet then, believe it or not, fellas, believe it or not, kids, we had internet then, but it was a little bit different. It was the dial-up internet. It took you forever to connect to that shit, right? Now we're always connected. That was the craziest shit when like DSL first came out, right? And it's like, you're always online. What? How do people call us if we're always online? It was a different world, wasn't it? It was crazy. But man, you spend an hour getting online, sometimes shorter, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, getting connected to the internet. Find yourself a little chat room on MSN or the dorks that used AOL. I don't know. I didn't like the AOL kids. Poor kids. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But, you know, you get on your favorite MSN chat room, right? And then first thing you do is talk shit. Fuck yeah, I'm going to tell this son of a bitch something, right? And that's it. That was the whole thing. Like, I'm just going to get on here and be an internet troll for the purpose of, I guess, doing it. I don't understand. But here's the good news. Some of us grew up past that and don't find any reason to threaten people on the internet. And I always laugh at it. I always laugh at it, guys, because, like, what must be going on that... How do I even explain this? Now, I'm at a loss for words. Can you get... Oh, yeah, I still got the hair on top. You guys didn't know about that, though, because I always keep a hat on it. Anyways, like, I mean, what must go on in your head that you get to be, like, my age, 40, 50... We understand the 60-year-olds, they were always bumping their heads when they were kids, right? That's why... Can you imagine being 60 and still threatening to fight people on the internet? 60, 70 years old, I'll fuck you up. Okay. All right, settle down there, Grandpa. We don't need you getting too worked up over there. Remember what happened last time. Jesus fucking Christ. But, like, even, like, 40, 50 years old, 30's probably too old to be out there, like, threatening to fight everybody you see. The fact of the matter is, most of us just really don't take care of ourselves, you know, and the idea that any of us could just get out there and start brawling all day on Fuel Island is literally one of the goofiest fucking things I've ever heard. I was talking to a friend a few days ago, though, because, you know, I'm this guy Truck, so you think I don't hear every day that somebody's gonna find me on Fuel Island? Oh, every fucking day. Jesus Christ, right? And he's like, dude, you should never worry about that. He said, you got a superpower that these people don't have, and you're going to be just fine if somebody threatens you on Fuel Island. And I said, what is that superpower, sir? And he said, you can walk at a brisk pace and outrun most of these guys that threaten to beat you up on Fuel Island. I'm like, yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true. But more importantly than that, I mean, what world do these people think they live in? Now, this here is my job. This is how I provide for my family, right? So if I were, and let's face it, nobody's the guy that's running around out here fighting people on Fuel Island. It's a fucking fantasy. That's all it is. But if I were the guy that was running around fighting everybody that got on my fucking nerves, for one, I'd spend all my time fighting. I, like, yelled at a guy yesterday in Love's over in Wyoming, because you know how they stack the fucking receipts? Like, I don't even know who gets their fuel receipts anymore. That's fucking wacky. People still go get them. So they got the box next to the diesel desk there with the stacks with the receipts for what pump you were in. So the line's long. There's a guy in front of me paying for his stuff. A guy sort of steps in front of us and starts looking through the receipts like he's like trying to be real slick. And the guy in front of me finishes paying, and the guy that was looking through the receipts grabs his stuff and steps in front of me. I said, "Excuse me, sir. You need to go to the back of the line." And he went, "Oh yeah, oh, there's a line?" That guy got on my goddamn nerves. You know what I didn't do? I'll be waiting for you on Fuel Island. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do. This is so goofy. Jesus Christ, we're out here to fucking make a living. If you want to make a living fighting, if you're such a badass that you can run around and kick everyone's ass on Fuel Island, there's literally jobs in fighting. Hey, I don't know that boxing is very big anymore. You could do boxing, but it sounds like you guys are more like MMA style, right? You need to be in an octagon with somebody, bare knuckles, just punching the shit out of someone. There's actual jobs doing that. Why not go do that? If you're young, go join the military. That's a job fighting, or it can be, right? But like, if you like, I got into trucking for all the fighting. That's goofy. Like, I got into accounting for all the orgies. Like, none of this makes any fucking sense at all. I'm a trucker because I really love fighting. Okay, dummy. Sounds like you got punched in the head a lot when you were real young. And you're very dumb right now. But for a guy like me, I'm used to these kind of things. I'm obviously very used to threats. It's sort of been my whole life. Because what I have learned about these... I don't like the term mental midgets, but that's about the only one I can come up with. These kind of guys is they always look for the person that they think could be a target to them, because they don't want to go find a guy that's like their size or bigger or in better shape than them and tell them I'm going to kick their ass. That's not what they do. That's not how bullies operate, right? They always find a guy like me. I remember being in school. I think when I left high school, I was like 5'4". Seriously, just a little guy, 5'4", and probably not even 100 pounds, right? And I basically spent my whole school career with the equivalent of I'll meet you on Fuel Island, and I wouldn't even be doing nothing. I'd be just fucking minding my business and like cracking a joke like I do. You know, jokes before everybody got offended by jokes. That's such a weird thing to say, because I always point to the fact that I am by definition a millennial, and I've been told by the entire world that my generation is just offended by everything. Well, we're not offended by jokes, but I guess a lot of people are. And through my obviously very witty and incredibly intelligent humor, I have angered a lot of people to the point that they have no idea what to do besides lash out in violent threats. Not even in violence, but in violent threats. So I've obviously spent my whole life being a smaller guy, like I remember being in school, right, and somebody said something funny to someone else, right? This is such a classic example of what I mean. Two bigger dudes, let's say, and one of them was clowning on the other guy, and he like said something funny about him, and I laughed. The guy that was getting made fun of did not go back at the other guy his size and say, whatever, motherfucker. He said, what the fuck are you laughing at? I said, that was a funny joke right there. That was really funny. And he goes, motherfucker, I'll be waiting for you out by the goddamn swing set or whatever the fuck. I don't know. It was maybe like 6th grade, right? And I'm like, that guy over there is the one talking shit to you. He's like, yeah, but you laughed, so I'm gonna kick your ass. Just kick his ass, man. What are you doing, right? It's just the goofy shit that people do, and I've obviously gotten very used to it, just not being a bigger guy, right? But it's always such a funny thing. Hold on, I need some damn nicotine. I'm going to tell you guys a funny joke real quick. Well, a funny story. I was doing the West... I'm sorry, guy, if you're watching this video, but that shit was fucking goofy, and we got to laugh at it. I was doing the last video, I think, on Western Express, and I had just got vape juice again. I've been using this little disposable for a couple weeks, and I just got vape juice again, so I was vaping a lot through the video. And the guy goes, some guy comments, obviously this guy's gonna apply at Western Express. I just know it, or he already works there. He's like, wait a minute, is it okay to vape if you work at Western Express? And I responded, you know they make these things with nicotine, right? And he's like, no, I had no idea. God damn it. Goofy ass. Come on, goofy ass. What are you doing? Right? But anyways, my point is, if you can't handle a discussion like an adult and maybe try to see someone else's point of view, and even if you don't see their point of view, without lashing out with violent threats because you can't deal with it, maybe at some point, especially because so much of this is done over the internet, maybe you just need to check the fuck out of the internet. right? Maybe just realize that if you get on the internet, you might hear a lot of different opinions from your own. You might run across a lot of things that you don't necessarily agree with. Now, sometimes if you take a minute to listen to people, you might find that maybe your worldview on this certain thing can change quite a bit. But if their opinion isn't changing your opinion, it's not the appropriate response to tell them you're going to find them and kick their ass. It looks stupid. It looks completely ridiculous. And all you are at the end of the day is a keyboard warrior. That's all it is. Like I said, I was going to kick his ass on the internet, and there is no response to that whatsoever. So we all came into this thinking I was going to tell you the secret to how to end every trucker argument. And depending on basically how dumb you are, I might have given you good information. You know, if you're not very intelligent, then you will take my advice, and every time you disagree with someone, you will say, I'll meet you on Fuel Island. But if you're smarter than the average bear, like I know most of you are, you'll realize just how completely fucking ridiculous it sounds for a bunch of 30, 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old men to get on the internet and talk about how much ass they're gonna kick. I'm sure you can find that fight with anyone you want right there in the town you live in. You don't even need to go to the internet. Why don't you go threaten your neighbor if you want, if you have to, and see what happens, I guess. But anyways, that's not the way to win an argument. And sometimes arguments aren't meant to be won, but sometimes the other person's point of view is to be understood, even if it's not how you would go about life. Fuck, goddamn, modern day philosopher. See you guys.